Dear English learners, we are going to talk about how to convert a singular noun into a plural noun. First of all, let's define singular nouns and plural nouns. A singular noun refers to one person, place, thing, or idea. In contrast, plural nouns refer to more than one person, place, thing, or idea. The first and basic rule is we add an S to convert singular nouns into plural nouns. Look at the examples: book, books. We add an S. School, schools. Pen, pens. Bag, bags. Tool, tools. Task, tasks. This is the most common and basic rule. There are three places where we can add an S. We can add an S to convert singular nouns into plural nouns. The first one is this one. The second place is we can add an S to convert initials into plural. Here you can see initials UFO, unidentified flying objects. UFO, UFOs. VIP, very important person, VIPs. MP, Member of Parliament, MPs. Likewise, we can add an S to convert these initials into plural. The third place is if the noun ends with a vowel plus Y, we can add an S to convert those particular nouns into plural nouns. Look at the example, toy. This noun ends with Y. Before Y, there is O. O is a vowel. Then we can add an S to convert this noun into a plural noun. Toy, toys. Boy, boys. Way, ways. Previously, we discussed we can add an S to convert singular nouns into plural nouns. Now, there is another way of converting singular nouns into plural nouns by adding ES. What are the places we add an ES? We add an ES when the noun ends with SH, X, double S, O, and CH. If the particular noun ends with these letters that I have mentioned here, then you can add an ES to convert the particular noun into a plural noun. Look at the examples. Class ending with double S, then we can add ES, tomato, ending with O, then we can add an ES, potato, potatoes, brush, brushes, box, boxes. If a noun ends with a vowel plus O, we add an S to convert the particular noun into a plural noun. Look at this example, radio ends with a vowel plus O. Then we should add S, not ES. In the previous rule, we discussed if a noun ends with O, we should add ES to convert it into plural. But if a noun ends with a vowel plus O, we don't add ES. We add an S to convert the particular noun into a plural noun. When it comes to foreign origin words and abbreviated words ending with O, we add an S to convert the particular noun into a plural noun. Look at the example, kilo, a foreign origin word. Then we only add an S to convert it into plural. Piano, pianos. Some nouns end with a consonant plus Y. How we are going to convert those nouns into plural nouns? We drop Y and add IES. Look at the examples. Baby. Before Y, there's a consonant. Then we remove Y from here and add IES. Ply. Before Y, L. L is a consonant. Therefore, we drop Y and add IES. There are 12 nouns in English ending with F or FE. For these 12 nouns, we add VES at the end by removing F or FE. Loaf, wife, wolf, calf, half, knife, leaf, life, self, shelf, thief, sheep. To convert these 12 nouns into plural, we remove F or FP and add VES. Here in this slide, you can see those 12 words. Apart from the previous 12 nouns, some nouns end with F. To convert those nouns into plural nouns, we can add an S or VES. Look at the examples. Hoof. We add S or VES. In English, some words don't change. Calf, cod, salmon, trout, squid, aircraft, council. These words don't change into plural form. To convert some nouns into plural form, we have to change the vowels. Look at the examples. Goose, double O, change into double E. Geese. Man, men. A changing into E. Tooth, double O, changing into double E. Teeth. Mouse, mice. Louse, lice. Woman, women. For collective nouns, we can add an S or IES based on the rules that we discussed earlier. Team, teams. Here we add an S, but look at the family. Families, we add IES. There are certain words in English, those words are always plural. For example, garments consist of two parts and instruments consist of two parts. Examples: pants, trousers, pyjamas, binoculars, scales, spectacles, glasses. Apart from that, these words are also considered plural. Clothes, physics, police, politics, ethics, hysterics, mathematics, athletics. Some words are plural in form, but the meaning is singular. Crickets, moms, darts, news, billiards. The next point is some words end with US. When it converts into plural, we should add I by removing US. Cactus, cacti. When it comes to Greek or Latin origin words, it takes a completely different form when it converts into plural. Erratum, errata. Memorandum, memoranda. Oasis, oases. Radius, radii. Phenomenon, phenomena. Crisis, crisis. Terminus, termini. Apart from that, some Latin and Greek origin words follow the same basic rule. Dogma, dogmas. Formula, formula. Here we only add an S to convert these words into plural. In English, some words have two plural forms with two different meanings. Appendix, appendices. One is a part of a human body and the other one is a part of a book. The second example is index. The plural form of this word is indices, indexes. One is part of a book and the other one is a mathematical application. For compound nouns, we follow two rules. The first one, we add an S for the first noun. Look at the examples. Ladies in waiting, runners up, sisters-in-law, hangers on. The second rule is we add an S for the last noun. Travel agents, girlfriends, boyfriends, and break-ins. Here you can see I added an S for the last word. In English, some nouns completely change when they take the plural form. Child, children. Person, people. In this video, I discussed many rules related to plurals. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.